Hello, welcome everybody. I'm Christian from Berlin. First, I will show you a couple of real-life examples applying this very easy to learn accompaniment pattern in different styles. Secondly, I will talk about the advantages, but also about the limitations. And thirdly, I will show you a variation to loosen it up a little if you want. Enjoy! So let's have a look at the pattern first. Imagine the chord is C. You might have seen this one, you've probably known this before you even learned the names of your parents. And now the trick is you play the root with the fourth finger and then the rest of the chord with the remaining two fingers here, the major third and the fifth. Now the fifth finger plays the fifth interval down there. So that in the end you have a root, rest of the chord, fifth down. So we have this pattern as bass, chord, bass, chord, bass. That's basically it. Just to practice it, let's have a look how we would do it maybe on G. This chord, we have the root, fourth finger, and rest of the chord, and the fifth finger plays the fifth interval down. Like this. It's very easy to remember and it's very, very useful because we don't have to do big jumps. We have control within this span. We don't have to do the bigger versions like chord, chord. You know, this is much harder. The great thing about this little pattern is it provides already a lot of information of the song, except the melody, which is in the right hand. Of course, we have a bass line, bass figure, we have the pattern tells us the chords and it provides a beat already. The three important informations already in this little pattern. Now you will see that there is some information missing. For example, if I play, let's say All of Me, the first chord of All of Me is actually a C major chord, meaning this one. It says, you know, play the major seventh. Well, we cannot play the seventh in this pattern. We just have the rudimentary chord, but very often that's enough, or are you missing anything? Next chord is the E7. Here's the 7, but we don't play the 7. You see, the basic information is there, and until we can play more complicated patterns, including the 7, we are fine with this one. That's what makes it universal. Another limitation would be that this pattern does not sound good if we go really down, like here, let's say. That's like swamp. It's a swamp sound. The third does not sound good when we go down very deep. So there's a limitation on how far we can go in the octaves. And I would suggest it's until here. Depending on your piano, if you have an old German 1900 untuned piano, that would sound muddy already earlier, but I would say the F here is the lowest chord. Sometimes you can play the E. Well, let your ear decide. It's just a rough limit, I would say, around the F or the E, so stay within here. So if you have to jump to E from here, then you can start back here. Okay, what about minor? are there limitations on minor? Of course not. Nina Simone plays her work song with F minor is the chord. And she's an excellent piano player. You know, she studied piano and still she's playing our wonderful little pattern because it's so good. So, what else? You might have realized that this pattern is like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It takes a bar. It's one bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. What if we have half bar chord changes? Maybe you have a half a bar C and half a bar, let's say, A minor. Yeah, Christian, top of his creativity. We have C and then we have A minor. But hey, we have to play the whole pattern. No, then you just split the pattern and it's just like A minor, F. Then you have, you just don't play the fifth bit, like 1. And then you go direct to the next chord, A minor, root, rest of the chord. which is actually another pattern even, like. Did you play that when you were 10 years old? I remember many kids knew this little song with this simple pattern. Okay, what else is there to say? A variation. I want to show you a variation. You can create a little shuffle pattern with this. In my blues example, I showed you already a little bit of it. I played something like do, 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 do. You see, here I just, insert one more beat instead of 1 and 2. I create a little shuffle by playing a swung third, like this. 1 and 2. So it creates a different feeling while not needing much more work. You just repeat the third on top. This reminds me, I wanted to inform you, I did a country piano tutorial where I showed you different connections. I will link it under the video because this is also used in country, and there's much more, of course, if you want to learn country. Oh, all sorts of stuff. It's go to my playlist also. There are many styles I teach. Yes, and now. Important. Can you accompany a ballad with this? Of course, I said it's for nearly all songs. And there is, I would say, another limitation. Like when you go really, I played the "Fly Me to the Moon" in an almost ballady style. That would be possibly the limit, because then you would change to an arpeggio style, or maybe like a fourth chord style, something like this. Not with the fifth bass here. That is not so good. You could, but hey, you learn this one for up-tempo or mid-tempo songs, and an easy arpeggio ballad style for all slow songs. Hey, I did a tutorial on that. There's no paywall on my channel, like it's all for free. I will link it also under the video. Well, all my YouTube tutorials are of course free, even the long courses, but I do sell sheet music in order to make a living. But the special thing about my sheet music is everything comes with video, so you can work along the video together with sheet music, which makes it much easier. You can even listen and watch what I play before you buy anything, you can check out if you like it. So I believe that's very unique for my sheet music. And it ranges from songs from blues to pop, bar piano, blues, gospel, everything you fancy is there. Have a look at christianssheetmusic.com, and you also support my channel if you buy something. Thank you. I wish you a great day. I hope you learned something. Maybe if you like my German accent or even my style of teaching, you might consider subscribing. And have a great day. Bye from Berlin.